Hello, skis. It is I, your King Ginger, and this is the second episode of Chaos Gar, where random folks get together once a month and traverse into the wonderful danger and lucrative opportunities that is an unexplored space. Why don't we go around the virtual table here? Everyone, introduce yourselves. Tell folks where they can find you, but also introduce the characters you're going to be playing this lovely, lovely Monday evening.
All right, I am Mark Romer. I can be found on most of the social media platforms as Barthier, including the Twitch streams here. And I am going to be playing Nelwyn, who is a wizard. And he is kind of a little sheltered wizard. Was a wizard's apprentice and was just released by his mentor. His prized possession is my spell book. My spell book is so my tutor decided that I should get some experience in the real world.
That's beautiful. We have our one returning player this month.
Hello, I'm Darren. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I am playing Gilgath, a Goliath barbarian, because I'm basic. So
You're basic. You're fun. Gilgath was an awful lot of fun in the first session. So, all right.
It is pumpkin spice season. I'm Warrior. You can find me on the socials at WarriorMN. You can also find me streaming here on Twitch sometimes at twitch.tv/WarriorMN. I am playing a flamingo-style Aarakocra cleric named Crawdaddy.
Oh no!
He was used to be a mercenary. He's new to the cleric thing. He about a week ago, Zeus appeared to him in the form of a giant crawdad, and they boned. And it gave him. He had a religious, among other, awakenings, and it's like, I should check this cleric shit out. I'll go find a temple of Zeus, and there weren't any. Because Zeus ain't around here, so it's Cleric Accord.
It's fair.
It's Cleric Accord. Clerics were like, why don't you take this shield and warhammer and go spread the word? Yeah, if you survive, come on back. We'll see about that.
Crawdaddy. Perfect. You can get it out, Joel. Come on now.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm just Crawdaddy is just killing me. Okay, I'm Joel. You can find me on the socials at Finger Twitchings. I will be playing Brad Jones, the lizard folk monk / anthropologist, who is he just thinks humans are, they're more than meat.
That's great.
They're more than meat. I mean,
I'm sure humans are glad to hear that.
Yeah, most meat, not interesting, but humans, plenty interesting. So he endeavors to be more like them to the point where he is widely accepted in human society.
I also thoroughly loved the artwork that you did for Brad Jones. It's really, really great.
Thank you.
It's really good. All right. So if you watched last episode, or you, in Darren's case, Gelgath, were with us last episode, you know Chaos Scar starts when you leave town, and we end when you return. In between, you have an adventure. The adventure that I have foisted upon you is that you've taken a job to find the kin of one Jangi Blackstream. And Jangi is missing some of his halfling children, and he is desperate to have them found. And you have chosen to take this job on. So let's jump right into things. Y'all know I wouldn't be coming to you and yours if we had any other options. The folk, we like to handle our own. Now with all them words being spilt, I be needing your help. You see, 4 of our young, they's missing. It only happened over the span of 2 moons. I don't want to cast no aspersions upon dead kin, but I think I know what done happened. See, a few harvests ago, a second sister of mine, Netta, she done got herself mixed up in her head. She started reading what ought not to be read, going where shan't be tread. She be calling. She was calling on things better left dead. And I think that called back. Under the darkest loon shroud, she disappear herself. Some of the elder kin, they look into it, and they done told the rest of us she upped and got herself killed. But me, well, I'm the nosy type. After a bit of sleuthing, I found different. She ain't dead. She's just dead to us. You see, she turned sour like goat's milk left out in the summer sun. And now she's up to something foul. I fear, in the deepest part of myself, I fear that something awful has happened to our little soft feet. So I done took up this collection. I know it ain't much, but it's all we got till harvest. Oh, and this has been in our hands since we first roamed these hills and made our homes here. And if our willingness to part with it don't tell y'all how concerned we are, nothing will. I pray to Yondala that y'all find our kin, and you find them fast. All right. So as you leave, we do a particular kind of mini game, I guess, so to speak.
Mini game.
For travel here in Chaos Scar, we use a system known as Campfire. So, our little version of Campfire is very simple. I set a goal for you to reach your destination. You'll all make me rolls. You decide what skills you're going to use, but you have to explain how you're using them and why it would work to make your travel easier. So who would like to go first? Oh, by the way, based upon successes and failures, you can get boons or banes. So there's some actual stakes involved.
Sure, I can go first.
Perfect. Gelgath, you've been on this road a little bit before, well, not too long ago. So what would you like to do in order to help get your crew there?
You know, I think it might be entertaining if it's intimidation again. And it's the
All right.
same it's the same bandits.
All right, give me that sweet, sweet roll.
Oh my gosh. I rolled a 20. So that would be
Yes.
23.
So you run across the bandits and they're like, oh shit. And you give them very little of the same spiel. Instead, you just give them a look. And they get ready to exit, but one of them stops and looks back at you and he says, "Big man, can we not do this again? Why are you here again? I'm trying to make a living."
Me too.
Well,
I'm going that way.
Where are you going?
Well, not that I think you could poach this job, but it's not your concern.
Well, maybe I know something. Maybe we can have a better working relationship. So next time I'm not afraid you're going to kill me and mine when I'm trying to do some work.
Okay. Yes, we're looking for some halfling children.
Oh,
We're missing.
they're missing, you say?
Yep.
Do you know how they're missing? They just get lost, they get ate, they get took?
If I understand, a family member may have been up to some nefarious things
Huh.
related to their missing.
He looks around, he says, "Well, you ain't hear this from me, but I heard there's some of them crazies by a sinkhole by the river. They I don't know what they get up to, but I know it ain't good." And he kind of points you along the king's wall.
Maybe information selling is more your line of work than being very bad at ambushing people.
Maybe you right. I'll take that
That's
under consideration. Good not fighting with you. And turns around and scampers away into the brush. So we got one. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. So I will have studied maps of the area, almanacs with like weather patterns, migratory patterns of the various beasts of prey and predators, and so with that sort of investigation, I think I can basically time it so that we're safely, we'll get to where we're going without any sort of untoward wilderness encounters.
Beautiful. I love it. Give me that sweet, sweet roll, Nelwyn.
Oh, that is an 11.
So you've done a lot of reading on the area, and you know that there's packs of rage drakes that kind of frequent along the King's Wall in this area. You know there's various caravans that move through. But the thing that has thrown you off a little bit is Old Gem Crust. At first you thought, this is just an urban legend. This can't be a thing. I don't know why that the people of Restwell keep talking about it. And then you spend a little bit of time talking to Quint Spiregleam, an old male gnome gem dealer, and he showed you his missing leg. And he showed you some shards off of Old Gem Crust's hide. And he relayed to you the tale of the absolutely massive boule that sometimes frequents these parts as hunting grounds. And that's put you a little shaky. So you think you're pretty confident, but you also feel slightly concerned. And maybe that's throwing you off just a little bit. Crawdaddy, Brad,
Yeah.
who's next?
Oh, I'll go. Crawdaddy is gonna try to get a feel for his surroundings. Like, what's the vibe? Like, going by, looking at the trees, going by, little plants that are growing. Like, I feel God in these chilies tonight, and I think he's gonna use insight to see if this God shit works for like figuring out how the forest feels.
Okay, make me a roll.
12.
You don't know if it's your newfound religion
Mm.
or if it's just the information that the bandit gave you earlier, but you feel the tug of the divine. Not in the way you felt that tug of the divine
Yeah, I do.
earlier. You find a very, very small worn path along the King's Wall that allows you all to move to where you were directed before. Brad Jones.
All right. Brad Jones is going to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon a bit. He's going to go up into the trees and use acrobatics to kind of do the like tree line walk to scope out and get a better view.
So there's not much tree line here, but you could scale up the King's Wall, which is a broken down wall. I'm going to just kind of share what we're looking at here.
Okay.
You are along this road. There's the King's Wall. This area is relatively just scrub.
Yep.
And
Scratch that plan.
Gelgath, you know you've been to Earthmain Keep. That's where you went in our first session.
In that case, I will still do acrobatics, but it will be more of a tumbling routine meant to scare off predatory animals.
So you beat the brush, doing a little tumbling. Give me that sweet, sweet roll.
Wow. That would be a 7. That did not go well at all.
I'd like everybody to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Why would you do this to us?
Actually, no, make me a charisma saving throw. Let's do that instead.
I'd rather make a wisdom saving.
Perfect.
It's 17 for Crawdaddy.
I also got a 17.
That's a 6 for Nelwyn.
Okay.
That would also be a 6 for Brad.
All right, Brad and Nelwyn, you both are very frightened. Maybe it's the thought of old gem crust, or maybe it's just not having been in this area before. But you you find yourselves both being pretty shook. So you're going to make your next checks at disadvantage. So, Gelgath, we're back to you. Do you have another skill you would like to use?
I'm thinking maybe survival.
Excellent.
Because, we almost fell, or somebody did fall in a hole on our trip back.
They did, yeah.
Last time. So I definitely want to scout ahead a little bit here.
Keep an eye out for Ancake Burrows.
Yep. So I got a 12.
Perfect. Let me see here. So you do reach where you're going. Actually, you find it, Gelgath. It's a little bit of a hike, but you guys all get there. The next roll Brad and Nelwyn make, you will be at disadvantage. but after that, that's gone. When you kind of all buckle down and get your focus back, and Gelgath finds it's a pit. It's leading down. It's a little bit of a drop. It looks like a sinkhole. And you're within eye line of a river. So there is quite a bit of mist and it's pretty slick. So you'll need to make dexterity checks to descend into this hole. But by the time you got to that area, one of the reasons you're sure it's where you need to be is there are a ton of footprints, and quite a few of them are halfling size, and even some of those are the size of halfling children. By seeing this, you just have a renewed sense of purpose, and you all have one inspiration.
Ooh. You have to make a choke.
Who would like to go down first, and how are you going to get down there?
You said dexterity check, right?
It is a dex check to descend. If you're going to climb, or if you have pinions and rope, you can do that as well.
Okay. Brad will take the lead. He's going to use his monk shovel to kind of like be resistance, to kind of help prop him up as he makes his way down.
Okay, make me that dex check. You would be at disadvantage because of your still being a little fearful from earlier.
Oof.
You can use your
So-
inspiration to make it at regular if you'd like.
Let's do that. $18. Thank God.
You kind of just use between your tail and your shovel, you're able to easily descend without any equipment. You get to the bottom, and the cave opens up into a tunnel. Are you going to scout ahead, or are you going to wait for everyone else to descend?
I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to kind of edge over to the side of the tunnel opening and kind of be alert in case something comes out while waiting for everybody to come down.
You come to the tunnel entrance, and you do see light further down the tunnel. Very dim and very foul smelling, but you do see it. Who's next down the descent?
So I have 50 feet of rope. Is it further than that?
No, that's plenty.
So what I was thinking is with a bird creature and a wizard left here, I would tie the rope around myself and let them use it to lower themselves down, or sort of go on the incline, because I weigh a lot.
Make me you're a big dude. Make me a strength check in order to stay stable.
Okay. Oh God, 5.
You got that inspiration if you want to re-roll.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, 16.
So as you tie it around, it's like I said, this river is not too far away, and there's a lot of moisture on these rocks descending down. You start to slip, and you literally just bear down. So Nelwyn, make me a acrobatics at advantage. At flat, because you would have been at disadvantage. So you're just at regular roll.
Okay. Ooh. That would be a 6.
You have an inspiration if you want to use it,
I will use it.
because this is 50 feet's no joke of falling.
And with the inspiration, the 6 is still my best.
Oh
no!
All right. Well, I forgot to get out dice, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna be rolling them right now, huh?"
You
All
know,
right.
statistically, if you don't find someone within the first 72 hours, you're probably dead. So,
Ooh. Well, let's see what happens here. I rolled real bad, so that you got that in your advantage. I rolled 2 1s, a 3, and a 4. So you took 9 points of damage, fall damage.
okay.
So it's like
I
40 feet.
Yep.
Can Crawdaddy doff his armor, just throw it into the pit, and fly down to try to catch Nelwyn?
I'll let you do it at disadvantage since you're just trying to rip your armor off and take a dive.
Yeah, sure. So he'll fly down. Is this what, acrobatics?
Yeah.
I'm the least dexterous bird in this. 7.
Okay. You get down there and you take 2 points of damage as you slam into each other.
Now,
To keep them, but you can take 2 points of damage off of your total, Melvin.
Okay, so that leaves me at 7.
Yep.
And I have 6 hit points.
oh no! Oh, jeez.
I'm still down.
Oh, this vision is going. And I'm the one who's supposed to shit. All right. Crawdaddy will cast Cure Wounds on Nelwyn, and that's going to be 7 hit points.
Gelgap, how are you going to get down? You've seen this calamity happen.
I think I'll just call for people to get out of the way, and I'll use my shield like a toboggan.
Into it.
All right, perfect. You know what? Make me an acrobatics check and take an inspiration for that insanity.
Okay. Oh, geez. Well, I'll use that because that's a 6. So.
Man, I rolled.
And that's another 6.
Okay. Well,
Dead.
take 12 points of damage.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm going to use my Goliath, what is it? Mountain-born resistance. Let's see here. Stone's Endurance. That's what it is. When you take damage, you can use reaction to roll a d12, add your con modifier, and reduce the damage by that total.
That's
So
awesome.
use
That's perfect.
once per rest. Okay, so I got a total of 8.
Okay. So you took 4 points of damage total.
Yep.
You skid down to the bottom. It's a rough landing, but you're there. You're all there.
Oh, well, let's hope that was the hardest part of this.
Somehow I doubt it.
Make me a
Oh.
perception check, everybody. By the way, is anyone using a light source?
Not yet.
Yeah, not currently.
If it's dark down here, I will ask if anybody has a light cantrip.
I can.
Okay.
I don't.
Cantrip light.
All
Can
right.
you cast it on my shield?
Sure.
Excellent. So make me your perception check now.
I got a 15.
15?
15 as well.
21.
16.
Oh, excellent. So you guys all kind of look around and you notice that there are pinions pounded in and rubbed with mud, so they're hard to see, but they're there, as well as the smallest footholds on a jagged way back up. So your ascent should be much easier, but they were very, very hard to see. So that's why your descent ended up being kind of a disaster. But Brad Jones is able to kind of head point you in the direction of the tunnel, and all of you can see a soft glow of light emanating from it. How do you guys want to proceed?
Forward.
Seems like a plan.
So it's a big tunnel. I mean, it's It's in spots 15 feet wide, and then it narrows the further you go towards the light source. You want to take a particular marching order?
I should probably hang toward the back. I'm very clanky and loud, thanks to God.
Okay. I can be in the front.
Yeah, I'll be up front with Gilgath.
Gilgath, you going to do anything to cover the light on your shield, or you're just going to let your light lead the way?
It depends on if I can see or not.
Okay, you can see. There's just enough light.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I will definitely cover it up.
Okay. We'll just say you use like just a piece of cloth over it. So you make your way down this tunnel. Are you stealthing at all? You guys just going marching right towards it?
Brad's gonna stealth, but also hold his breath because you said it smells incredibly bad.
It does. It does not smell good.
Yeah.
I mean, Grenadier will try to stealth.
Okay.
Give the what for. Ain't gonna happen.
Give me those. If you're making stealth checks, give me the rolls, please.
16.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
16.
Excellent. You're pretty sure you're being quiet, as quiet as you can possibly be. You come in the tunnel opens up into a larger area and then moves on. There's nothing really in this area at all, but again, you can see there's well-worn tracks in the dirt and rubble on the ground. You look ahead a little ways and you can see a sensor hanging off of a wall further, and the light is coming off this sensor in between billows of this nasty wafting smoke. Do you want to head towards this wall? It seems to be the only direction thus far.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, make me another stealth check, everybody.
5.
Okay.
9.
22.
Nat 20 for 25.
Oh, Brad Jones and Gelgath are just moving like Fafford and the Gray Mouser through this area. I want you both to make me perception checks at advantage, please.
Rolled 2 20s, so 20.
Whoa! Oh, Gelgath is so stealthy that
Yeah.
Where'd he
we'll
go?
be back in a moment.
Where'd he go?
Giving
Brad,
us that
as you-
John Cena treatment.
Brad, as you kind of clear this bend, this tunnel opens back up again into 20-foot width. And that's when you kind of see a glint catch your eye. As you're kind of scanning this area and you turn the corner, you see a roughly hewn door. But that's not what grabs your attention. It's the 2 arrow slits in the wall at the dead end.
Pointing towards us down the hall.
Yep, pointing towards the entrance. And as you kind of creep stealthily by that's when you catch an actual arrowhead sticking out of one that was right in front of you in the side of the wall.
Oh, okay.
So there's
So
2
they're on
facing you, and there's one on the same wall as the door, facing out
Okay.
into the room.
Okay. Am I able to determine whether they are manned or rigged?
Yeah. They are manned. You could actually, once as you and Gelgath are stealthily moving, and you hear the clanging of Crawdaddy's armor and the scuttling of Nelwyn's feet, that's when the arrowhead slowly slides out of the arrow slit.
Okay. Can I tell if they've seen
They have
Gelgath
not-
and myself?
They haven't. You know for a fact they have not seen Gelgath or yourself.
Okay. I'm going to hold my hand back towards Nelwyn and Crawdaddy. And then I'm going to, like, right behind me, because it's like a dirt floor, right?
Yeah, it's stone and dirt.
I'm going to draw a crude arrow.
Okay. Gelgath,
In the hope
that they see it.
that they'll take that to mean like hold back their people with arrows.
Okay. Gelgath, as you guys made your way and you're being incredibly stealthy, you both notice that there's two arrow slits at the dead end of this tunnel. You also notice that there's a door on your right, and right before you passed in front of it, Brad was able to alert you that there's an arrow slit in that wall as well, and you both watched as an arrowhead slowly peeked its way out because of the noise that your compatriots were making. So Brad is carving in the floor very quietly a symbol. Gelgath, what would you like to do? Oh, let me also say, the dead end wall is like an alcove. So the arrow slits are up, pointed down. It's about a 10-foot leap or climb to get up to where they're at. So it's doable.
And the alcove is accessible from where we're at.
It is.
Okay.
The slits are carved in the rock, so they're just like covers, but you can see there's like a little landing up there.
I think let's see. I'll sort of look over at Brad Jones and see that he's letting other people know. And how far is it to the end of the hallway with the
20
landings?
it's a 20 feet space and then 10 feet up.
Okay. Well, I think we're kind of trapped here to begin with, so I am actually going to act casual for a second and then bolt down the hallway and try and vault up to the landing.
Yes. All right. So, Gelgath, you've got the movement to do it. Just make me a very simple acrobatics, or I will let you use athletics if you so
Okay.
choose.
As he's doing that, Brad is going to grab, like as soon as Brad sees a move, he's going to snatch the arrow and pull it through the hole before they can fire it.
Make me, once Gelgath is gone, you can make me a acrobatics check for that. Brad, what'd you get on your Gelgath, what'd you get on your acrobatics?
I got it.
You're able to get up there pretty easily.
Okay.
Actually, you're first of all, you're huge. Second of all, it's not that tall. So you're able to get up there, and you get up there before they're going to take two shots at you, but they're going to do so at disadvantage. That's a miss, and that's a miss. Crawdaddy and Nelwyn, you see just arrows come flying down, and you see the form of Gelgath all of a sudden sprint towards this dead end and leap up, and with one hand pull himself over, and you're on top now, Gelgath, and you look, and there are robed people standing with really shoddy made crossbows standing behind these two arrow slits. Brad Jones, what is your dex?
22.
You actually let this shot get off just so you can grab it out of midair. You are also now, Brad, you're about 15 feet from the door where you're at,
Okay.
which is right in front of the arrow slit. Crawdaddy and Nelwyn, what are you doing?
Oh,
I was going to unmute myself first. Crawdaddy is going to sort of scuttle along the wall, like slide along the wall toward the alcove. So he's to try to stay out of sight. And as soon as he can see somebody through one of the arrow slits, like the form, he'll be like, hey, Cord, a little help. And he'll cast Toll the Dead through the arrow slot. So wisdom save, DC 14.
Excellent. We'll get to that. And Nelwyn, what are you doing?
I am going to try and follow as best I can Brad Jones towards the door, because I know I can't I can't climb up the.
All right. So there is a chance that they're going to look through that slot, Crawdaddy, but it's not as big because they've just had a Goliath jump up there in their midst, and they're literally he's basically 5 feet and 5 feet away. So
That's fair enough.
in fact, they're not going to look through the arrow slits. They're both pretty much petrified by Gelgath's leaping up 10 feet and confronting them. Brad Jones, what are you doing?
I'm going to wave Crawdaddy and Nelwyn forward while staying attentive to the remaining murder hole.
Okay.
Looking for opportunities to block or seize arrows so that everybody can move forward without having to worry about the remaining
Sounds good.
spot.
All right.
Crawdaddy, Nelwyn, are you headed to the door then?
Yeah, Crawdaddy will fully tackleberry roll, like
Oh, that's a hell of a reference.
Mm-hmm.
into the wall, so he, can't get arrowed by anybody.
Okay. Nelwyn, what are you doing?
I am going to head towards the door and see if I can get there and take a look at it.
You and Crawdaddy easily get to the door. Brad Jones keeps the person in the murder hole kind of occupied because they don't know why their arrow disappeared. They're kind of trying to look, but he just keeps kind of sliding his way. Gelgath, you're at the top now of this kind of little riser area, and there's two cultists there. They both see you. One is trying frantically to reload his crossbow. The other one drops his crossbow and pulls out a scimitar. What would you like to do?
So I'm kind of on the outside still, right?
It's open behind there. So those murder holes were literally carved into the stone, but there's an area in the middle where you were able to just get to. So they have no cover from you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I will, round the corner and hit the guy with the scimitar with my warhammer.
Okay.
So, and I dropped my die on the floor. Okay. There we go. Let's see, 23 in total.
You absolutely smush this guy as he pulls his sword out, kind of fumbles with it, and and you just obliterate his midsection with your warhammer. Give me that sweet damage roll, please.
Let's see here, 8.
You hit him, and he kind of stands for a second, and then he bends over and grabs his inside and curls onto the ground and looks at you, and you slowly watch the light leave his eyes. Behind you, though, you hear the click of a crossbow as the other cultist finally loads and fires on you. Does a 12 hit?
No, sir.
You just kind of You kill this guy and you turn and look, and this bolt comes flying right in front of your face, and you slowly round on this guy. Nelwyn, Crawdaddy, what are you doing at the door?
Crawdaddy is going to check the handle. Is it or knob, or is it? Does it have any mechanism on
It's
it?
not.
Or
It
is
looks to be kind of a push.
he'll push on it.
Excellent. You push on the door. You hear a series of clicking noises.
He'll stick a feathered finger under the door and like close it again. Never mind.
You hear these clicks, but nothing happens.
That didn't sound good. There's a lot of clicking, bad clicking.
Nelwyn, what would you like to do?
I would like to see if there's any sort of mechanism that got triggered by the door. You know, like if there are any like hidden pulleys or latches or anything like that. That's
Perfect. Why don't you make me an investigation check?
investigation. That would be a 21.
So you look at this and you realize that there are pulleys. There's no trap. It appears that that is a way for them to keep the door from swinging loosely. And it appears to be an old mechanism that has been poorly upkept. And the clicking itself could probably be dirt and dust and small pebbles stuck in the mechanism. Brad Jones, you can hear a crossbow bolt being loaded again. What do you want to do?
Have I been able to tell like how deep the room behind the opening is?
You're not positive, but it's far larger than one person. It looks like, I mean, you're thinking it's at least 10 feet deep.
Okay. So, what I will do is I'm going to kind of be at an angle where I can see the approach. And then I am going to throw the arrow I snatched earlier into where the light gets blocked.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. That's awesome.
And it would be a 14 to hit.
Yeah, I mean, you hear a gurgle and you see the light turn as this hooded figure is holding their neck, and you can see the end of the arrow sticking out as they keel over.
Red Jones.
Brad Jones. Gelgath, you still have this other cultist here. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I will rush him and attack. Wow. So that is a 24 altogether.
Again, you sweep up like you're going to uppercut him with your hammer, and he stumbles backwards, and you actually hit the crossbow out of his hands and twist your hammer and bring it down, and you just destroy this person. I can't imagine, unless you're doing the barest minimal of damage, that you're not going to.
I did roll minimum damage, so that's 4.
It's more than you needed.
Wow.
You decimate this person as well. You break him in ways that the humanoid form should not break, So he's just a splintering mass who's slowly dying.
Am I able to see that happen?
If you look up, yeah, you can just see the hammer swings, and you can hear the gurgling.
Okay. Brad is just going to give him a quick, good job, champ.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
And a thumbs up, a hearty thumbs up. When the body kind of starts to convulse, the hood falls back, Gelgath, and you see a very hard scrabble looking half orc who has a symbol that's been burned into their forehead.
Okay, well, I will, I'm still standing it kind of up above. I'll sort of dangle him by his ankle over the overhang. Do you anyone recognize this symbol?
This is new. He's dripping, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, there's usually not that many drippings with a hammer. But I guess it happens. I'm sorry.
I don't even know what part of him I'm looking at right now.
Oh no, the he pulls him up. The forehead.
He like shakes him a little bit, and his head plops over.
Oh. All right.
Nolan and Crawdaddy, you two can make me religion checks if you'd like to.
You think I'd be good at this? 6.
19.
So,
I'm doing-
Crawdaddy, you're like, not cord.
Nope.
No, and you
Checks
look,
the shield.
you run your hand across it, and you can just feel like this residuum dust come off on your fingers, and you quickly know that this is a magic, not a tattoo, but a scarification, a branding, and it takes you a second to kind of rack your brain to figure out what the religious symbol is, because it's not perfect, but you realize it is a symbol of Torog, the king that crawls.
This is a symbol of a Toro. It's, he crawls. And he's a king.
Oh, okay.
You can all make me a religion check on Torog.
9.
15.
7.
13.
14, you know that Torog's a god. And he's a god that lives primarily in the Underdark or in the places that light flees. You know that he's generally seen as not just a god of evil, but primarily a god of torture and misery. Who got higher than a 14?
15.
15. You know that generally folks who worship Torog are inclined to do pretty horrific and sadistic things. And that if this is a lair to a cult of Torog, you should be considerably on your watch for nastiness. Just put it that way.
Okay.
And when that clicks in your head, you realize the smell you're getting from this sensor. This is burning fat from people.
Okay. All right. We will want to tread cautiously. Worshippers of this god, what is the phrase the humans use? Oh, yes. Be fucked in the head.
Yeah, I do. I use that one a lot. Not a human. I get you.
Gonna head through the door?
Weird shit. Yeah, I'll reopen it.
You reopen the door. It's again lit but not well, and you can see around kind of a curve in the wall the body of another cultist that is is a crossbow bolt sticking out of his neck the wrong way. Across this room is kind of a field of rubble and refuse, and then there's another door at the far end of this little cave area.
Can I see if I see any arrow holes or anything?
Maybe a perception check.
I will. Perceive the fuck out of this. 22.
You do not perceive or witness any type of arrow slits in this area.
This is a
By the way,
slip-free zone.
You all have an inspiration for your very humorous reading of the symbol of Torag on that dude's head. I literally cackled at that. It was pretty much great. So,
Was a slip-free zone, fellas. So proceed with I don't know how to fucking proceed.
Oh,
what would you guys like
okay.
to do?
Let me see if is he curious. Oh, I jingle the half orc one more time just to see if he's got anything jingly on him.
He does not.
Okay, I'll throw him over my shoulder, or throw him away, and then
Throw away.
head towards the door where my friends are.
All of you guys are making your way to the door. Oh, you mean the door they're inside of? Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. You make your way inside.
Brad's gonna go to catch up, although he's gonna stop at the well tenderized half orc and just salvage a little bit of bone, a little bit of this, little meat for dinner. We don't want to waste.
Yeah, there's plenty. It's definitely been pulped pretty severely. Big chicken fried steak.
Perfect.
With more bone and gristle. All right, so you're standing in this room now, like I said, and there's a kind of a field of debris and rubble, and then a door on the other end of it. What would you like to do? Yes, we're here. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Toreg is not into housekeeping very much.
Listen at the door, maybe.
Gonna make your way across the rubble and debris to the door?
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way across, and I would like you all to make dex saving throws.
Oh, shit.
22.
Perfect.
13.
Perfect.
15.
Perfect.
5.
Go!
You walk by a pile and you kind of bump it, and the rocks tip over and fall, and nothing really happens. And then you kind of watch as this Rube Goldberg of strings starts to move across, and then all of a sudden you hear it. Clink, 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 clink. It's a shitty old cowbell. Starts ringing. You're gonna move through the door.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not your cow. Don't have a cow, man.
You're 50 feet away from a set of double doors on your left-hand side. This walkway, there's also a 10 feet in, like a little area, kind of an offshoot tunnel. At the end of this, of 70 feet, so 20 feet past the doors, there is a massive dark shape looming. This is about your size, Gelgath.
Unfortunate.
Oh, okay. That sounds like an interesting fight.
think Crawdaddy's going to make it go for the doors.
Gonna sprint up to the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Nelwyn, what are you doing?
I'm gonna follow Crawdaddy.
Okay. Brad Jones.
I'm gonna trail and try to cover Nelwyn and Crawdaddy in case anything happens.
Gelgath, I'm getting the impression you're going to go after the thing in the corner that's just beyond the doors.
Yeah, maybe I don't notice my friend decided otherwise.
So the thing, the shape in the darkness is just past the doors at the dead end of this tunnel. The doors would be 20 feet before that on the left side of this tunnel. So you're all headed in the same direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm kind of putting myself between Nelwyn, Crawdaddy, and the big thing at the end of the hall.
Okay, this thing stands up. I would like you all to roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
If someone could track it in the chat, I would absolutely love it.
Oh, sure.
I have 11.
I got 10.
I got a 6. Which is apparently what I'm rolling tonight.
a lot of
Serious. Lots of 6s.
What do you got, Gelgath?
Oh, I typed it out in the chat.
Oh.
You got Brad at 11, Crawdaddy at 10, Gilgath at 7, and Nelwyn at 6.
All right, I appreciate that. Brad, are you going to stay between Crawdaddy, or are you going to let him get to the doors first and just kind of watch, like slow yourself down so you can get to the doors and you can kind of watch his flank?
I'm moving to where I'll be between him and the hulking form.
Okay.
But I'm not proceeding closer to the hulking form because if I don't have to fight the big scary thing, there's no need to fight the big scary thing.
So you get to between the doors, these two big double doors, that Crawdaddy's headed towards, and Nelwyn. Between that and what Gelgath's what he wants, where he's headed, which is this with this huge form, it kind of stands up, and you hear when it stands up, the unfurling of a chain that falls, and you finally get a look at it, and it is a cobbled together person. Stitches are like a road map over its form. The parts don't match.
I have a drawing of this person.
You do, or something similar.
I was going to say, is this us from Extra Life?
Yeah. And it has a massive collar and chain, and you can see where the chain is bolted into the rock wall as well.
That was fucked up.
You get just enough read on the situation to notice that chain is enough length to get past that door.
Okay.
Crawdaddy, you go to open the door. You're going to check it. You're just going to open it.
I think
Tough. You don't get to. You got to open it, and it opens as you go to open it.
what the fuck?
On the other
Alright.
side is a just as shocked as you, one-armed Knoll. And they'll
Hello.
make one attack on you.
Am I going to make an attack too? Or
As soon as I can find it, I'll make an attack. Which is super funny because I did all this pre-planning and now all of a sudden I can't find it.
it's too many tabs, man.
I do have a lot of tabs open.
cows.
All right. Well, apparently I've
He
lost
just- Noel just
that
gives up.
particular tab.
You look like a nice dude. I'm so sorry about this confusion at the doorway.
Did I lose all of my? Hold on a second. Didn't lose that. Didn't lose that. Didn't lose. There it is. Woo! Got real worried for a second. It's gonna make one attack.
No, I mean not okay, but sure.
How about a? There it is. A plus, or excuse me, not plus, a 15 with its hatchet.
No.
All right. It swings at you, and you're just kind of backpedal enough for it to miss. And this slavering, white-haired, like old-looking, gnarled knoll with its tongue just lolling out. And it's got all kinds of scarification symbols, like carved into it. Most of them look very similar to the one you guys saw earlier. Stands in the doorway.
Shitty retirement plan, buddy. Is it my turn now, or was that my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay. Crawdaddy is going to smack this senior citizen Noel with his warhammer. Because you surprised me, and I don't like being surprised, so shit. 13, 18 to hit.
Oh yeah.
All right. That is 7 bludgeoning damage.
Yep. He looks pretty hardy after that blow. He just kind of seems to take it.
I'm sorry I underestimated you. Don't hit me. And that'll be his turn.
All right. Excellent. Gelgath, you're up. The doors just swing open, and there is a one-armed gnoll with a hatchet there, or you can now finally see the flesh golem in all its glory in the corner. What would you like to do?
Wow. Do I think I could get in to attack this knoll?
Yeah, that door is 10 feet, so you could sidle right up beside. It's a double door. You can sidle right up beside Crawdaddy. But you also have a good understanding, if you do that, you're giving up your side to this golem. And the only thing standing between you and that would be Brad Jones.
Brad Jones!
Well, in that case, rage it is. So I'll activate rage and I'll attack the golem.
All right, you charge at this golem. Tell me what you're doing.
Let's see. So, yeah, just standard attack. I don't have anything else yet.
Okay.
So, that is 17 in total.
You crush into this thing, and it just kind of stumbles backwards. Tell me what your damage is.
Let's see. So I get rage damage. So that is 10 in total.
You it puts its arm up, and you just crack its arm, and it's like hanging the wrong way. And it just kind of leans down, and it kind of bounces off the wall where its chain is linked into the wall, and it snaps its own arm back and moves its in. And points at you. Nelwyn!
As this knoll, swings at my friend Crawdaddy, I'm sort of jumping back a little bit and magic missile.
Perfect. What do we got?
11 points.
Oh, dang, nice. So the knoll is full of snarling rage after being banged up by Crawdaddy, and then it's like, what do your magic missiles look like?
They look like little darts that are sort of like as if a dart were carved in the shape of like a unicorn, and the point where the unicorn's horn. So like a unicorn sort of laying down with its horn outstretched.
You cast a magic missile, and out of your hands come little stampeding energy unicorns charging and fly into this knoll, and it kind of barks and yips and moves backwards. Which brings us to, I believe, the Flesh Golem. So Flesh Golem sees Brad Jones and it sees Gelgath. And Gelgath has already smashed Flesh Golem. So Flesh Golem is going to return Brad Jones' favor. And it attempts to attack you with these hands. The first swing is a 14. Does that hit you, Gelgath?
It does not.
The second one is a 17.
That does hit.
And you're not sure you've ever been hit so hard by something that wasn't a weapon. I say that, and then I roll a 4. You take 8 points of damage. You take 8 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Is it bludgeoning?
Bludgeoning, yes.
Okay, so I take half damage because of rage. Okay.
Perfect.
So, 1 damage, you said?
You would take just 4.
Oh, I took 4, so 2 then.
No, you took 8, so I halved it for you, so you just take 4.
I am so sorry. Okay.
No, you're good. I explained it really poorly. So it like punches, and you were like, damn. Now we are at the top of the pop. So for those who are new to Chaosgar, I use Crimson Escalation. So every round, the critical threshold drops by 1. So now crits on 19s and 20s.
Woo!
All the way around. So it also means your bad guy friends as well.
Okay.
I love how Crawdaddy's like, I'm all for this. And then he's like, oh, bad guys too? Fuck you, King Ginger. Brad, you're up.
Am I able to tell whether the matchup between Crawdaddy and Nelwyn and the Knoll is, or Gelgath and the Flesh Golem, like, can I kind of get a sense of who probably needs my help more?
Make me an insight check.
Okay. 21.
Gelgath.
Okay. With that knowledge, I am going to spring forward. I'm going to use the crescent side of the Monk's Spade to strike and pin the Flesh Golem against the wall. Or at least that's what I'm going to attempt. Will a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit. This thing's big, so it's easy to hit. And it tends to it doesn't seem to, the biggest thing is the damage being done to it it just seems like it just doesn't feel it.
Okay. I do 11 points of damage. And then I'm going to follow that up by kicking it squarely where I know humans do not like to be kicked.
Perfect. That's your flurry of blows, right?
Nope, it's just martial arts. I don't have flurry of blows yet.
Okay.
Critical hit. 20 for a 25.
That 25 points of damage?
No, that's the 2 hits.
Oh yeah. Single
So
digits will hit this thing. So
the critical is full damage plus a roll, correct?
Full damage plus then your roll and your modifiers. So you get your modifiers twice, basically.
Okay. So that will be another 11 points of damage.
You crack this thing, and you expect it to maybe wilt a little bit. But instead, I mean, maybe it has a cloaca. You're not sure. This thing is made of a lot of other parts. But you can tell that it's bothered. It's the word I would use, bothered. All right.
All right.
So the hand of Torog will go next. It takes its hatchet and it kind of flips it in its hand. It's kind of holding it backwards, and it'll make 2 attacks at you, Crawdaddy.
Why would you do this? We talked about your retirement plan.
We talked about it.
I mean, nothing.
Torog doesn't have a 401k.
That's super full. Get that benefits.
15 or a 12 were my 2 hits.
Neither of those hit.
He slashes at you twice, and he just can't seem to hit you. He gets close, and he dings off your heavy armor.
Yeah. See, this isn't working out well for you. I told you. You should just.
He howls in frustration.
Well, see. Picked a bad god. I picked a good god. We're just talking alignments here, though. So.
Your turn. Your turn.
All right. Crawdaddy is going to laugh in the Gnoll's face and kind of use the disorientation to get another hit in.
Okay.
That I rolled an 18.
Oh.
So that's. Oh, sorry. That's 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And yeah, like if anyone's worried about it, Crawdaddy looks like he knows how to scrap. Like he's doing all right.
Yeah, I mean you're holding this guy at bay in the doorway easily.
Yeah. And I don't think I have any cool. I'm level 1. I don't have any cool bonus action shit. That's my turn.
Gelgith, you're up.
Okay, well, starting to get worried this isn't really hurting him, but he swings the Warhammer again.
Well, you're doing you and Brad both know you're doing damage, but this thing just keeps coming.
Okay, I got a total of 8.
8 to hit.
Yep.
That's exactly what you needed.
Oh, geez. Wow.
That's how low the armor class is on this thing.
And that would be 10 again.
You crack into it again, and it just kind of you hit it this time in the head, and its head just lolls like a doll's head, and then it just stiffens and straightens, and it looks back towards you, and it takes its hand and it wraps it in its chain. Nelwyn, you're up.
All right. Let's see. So there's 2 of the group that are beating on this flesh golem and not apparently doing a. So how far from the wall where the flesh golem is chained is it now?
It's still they've Brad was able to push it all the way back against the wall, so it's still in its corner.
Okay. So if I were to cast a 10-foot square in that area, would it also affect my 2 companions?
Yes.
Okay.
You beat me to it, warrior. It was on the tip of my tongue.
All right, then I'm going to concentrate on the gnoll, and I'm going to do a fire bolt
Oh.
cantrip. And that is a 12 to hit.
That does not hit. You firebolt. I want everybody to make me an insight check really quick.
13.
24.
19.
13.
Okay. Crawdaddy and Brad Jones, you notice that when the fire flies by the knoll, that the flesh golem backs away almost out of fear. Which brings us to the flesh golem, who's now wrapped his hand in a chain. He is going to take a swing, one at Gelgath and one at Brad Jones. Brad Jones, does a 17 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, and I know a 12 misses Gelgath. So it swings twice, and it misses you, Gelgath. It actually punches into the wall and breaks some of the rock off of it. Now we're at the top of the pop. Brad Jones, remember, we are now 18, 19, 20 is the crit range.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull back and hit him with the. Oh, decisions. I am going to bolt away from here and attack the knoll. And as I go zipping past Nelwyn, I'm going to give a fire down that way.
Okay, I'm going to take an attack of opportunity.
That's fine.
I'm going to miss completely. I rolled a 1.
Totally fine. I don't mind that at all.
I'll
And
say
then-
the flesh golem then kind of stumbles out of place. Gelgath, when you attack next, you'll have advantage on your attack.
I got a critical on the attack on the knoll.
So the knoll is just has dodged out of this fire attack, and right in his face comes a flying Brad Jones. What'd you get, Brad?
And I'm using the business end. It's going to do 25 points of damage.
Yeesh.
Wow.
And if he's still up,
He's still up.
I'm going to follow it with kind of like I'm going to take the rest of my motion and throw it into a kick.
Okay.
Which, holy shit.
Did you crit again? Jesus.
Dang, son.
So that is going to be another 12.
How do you want this guy to die?
I mean, it's a kick to the head, so boot to the head, yeah.
Great
He's just gonna be like in UFC when you see somebody hit that knockout and the person just folds and it's kind of undramatic, but you're like, oh, bodies aren't supposed to drop like that. That's what happens.
So you hit him and knock him back, and then you plant your foot and spin all the way around, your tail going rigid against your leg. So it's like getting kicked with 2 legs. 2 legs! And you hear the noise. You actually hear almost before it connects, almost like it's that much kinetic force whipping around through the air. And you break this gnoll's neck.
Okay.
It
And I'm
stumbles
gonna
backwards and it falls into darkness.
I'm gonna give it a very human-esque. Hey, Brad Jones.
Brad Jones.
Brad Jones.
Brad Jones.
Fuck yeah, Brad Jones.
Crawdaddy, you're up.
Okay. Is there anything else, like through the doorway? Is there anything else approaching? Anything like that?
Nothing else is currently approaching,
Okay.
but through the doorway there's a wooden platform, and beyond that, just darkness. You can kind of see a little bit off to the right. It looks like there's a rope bridge going across this darkness.
All right. Crawdaddy will take a couple steps back. He will point a winged finger at this flesh golem. He'll cast Toll the Dead on it.
Wisdom saving throw, right?
Wisdom 14.
I don't think I'm going to be able to
My
pass.
favorite lunch lady, Dolores Bell.
Oh man, I actually honestly only missed it by 1.
Wow.
Still missed it
Wow.
though.
Still missed it. I rolled a 12, so that's 12 necrotic damage.
It does nothing.
Motherfucker. Well,
Like it hits it and it kind of looks down and goes.
this was easier when I was just stabbing people with swords. Well, fun. It's fun. It's fun being a god guy. All right. Freddy's gonna be like, there's a way out over here if you want to stop doing that. So we can go if you want. He'll still stick around to see if people want to go, but he'll let everybody know there's like a bridge situation happening.
Gelgath, you're up. Remember, you had advantage on an attack.
Oh, thank you. He's yelling, hit it with fire! And let's see. Is it 18? Is it correct?
18 is a crit, yep.
Wow. Okay. So I did get a critical, and let's see. So that is 13 damage.
So give me your max damage and then add your roll damage to it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So max damage is 13,
Including your modifiers.
Okay. So let's see. Max damage would be 13. So do I roll one more die then?
Yep, you roll. It's your max damage, and then you roll and add your modifiers again.
Oh, okay. All right. So that is a total of 20.
Dang, nice hit. So did you roll twice for advantage? Well, you don't have to. I guess you critted anyway. So like it stumbles down and you rear back, and as it stumbles, you crack its back with your hammer. You hear the back break, and it lands, and it looks up at you pitifully, puts one hand hard on the stone, the other, and it starts to stand, and you can see its spine is not connected anymore correctly, and yet it's still getting up.
Nice. Nice.
Do you want to stay? You want to stay, or you want to move?
Oh, no, I'm staying.
Okay.
Hit it with fire.
Knowing you can hear Gelgath strategically saying, "Kill this with fire."
Okay. I am gonna peek around the corner of the door and firebolt it. That would be a 16.
Definitely hits.
And that would be 4 points of fire damage.
You firebolt it, and you can hear like the sizzling of this flesh, and you can smell it. It smells a lot like the sensors earlier. and it kind of rears back. It quickly gets back to its feet and kind of moves backwards. It's still there though. Everyone make me a perception check.
5.
16.
Care to guess what I rolled?
6.
Yes.
Well, that was a natural 20.
What is with all the 20s tonight, guys?
I only got one.
All right.
Talk to Joel.
Crawdaddy and Brad Jones, you realize this chain, if you go through these double doors, it can get a little ways in there, but it can't get all the way to like the rope bridge area. It doesn't have enough length. Which puts us at the flesh golem. It's going to make 2 attacks, both on Gelgath, since he's the only one within length. $15?
It does not hit.
I'm pretty sure a 19 does.
It does. Yeah, it is 16.
Not a natural 19, just a 19. All right. So this is going to be painful. I say that, and I did the exact same amount of damage as before. I rolled a 1 and a 3, plus 4 is 8, so you take 4 points of damage. Man, dice.
Not looking good.
Cruel mistresses. We're at the top of the pop. We're down to 17 as the crit range.
Am I able to tell? Can I see the knoll, or did it drop off the edge?
It dropped off the edge into the darkness. You could go look down and see what's there.
Yeah, I'm going to look down and see what's there.
Yep. You look down, Brad Jones, and there's all this green phosphorescent light. You're looking down into a fungal forest. It's about 35 feet down. And you can see the broken form of this knoll lying. I want you to make me a perception check at disadvantage.
That would be a 9.
Yep. Just lying there and eerily lit by this phosphorescent light.
Okay. I'm not going to worry about him at the moment because it's far enough down that the odds that if he wasn't dead, he would be able to climb back up.
Oh, you know he's dead.
Yeah.
He dead.
I'm going to search this side of the bridge.
Yep. There's nothing really outstanding on this side of the bridge. It is just a very, very rickety Indiana Jones Temple of Doom rope bridge across to the other side where there looks to be some sort of structure built into this other side. And there appears to be a similar offensively odorous smoke wafting out of it.
Okay. And there were no other doors, correct?
No, not on this side. You can see a door into this building on the other side, though.
Okay. I'm going to hold an action at the end of the bridge to deflect anything that gets sent this way.
Yep, cool. Crawdaddy, what would you like to do?
Oh, so many choices. Crawdaddy is going to, seeing the fight continue to rage on, he will once again remind everyone that there's a fleet option here that we can take care of and, go enjoy the rest of our journey out here. But if we're all sticking around, he is going to clip the Warhammer back on, take out his little crossbow, and shoot this thing in the eyes. Hopefully. We'll see.
You and eyes.
I rolled an 18.
That hits.
So that's a crit. That is going to be, luckily for the flesh golem, I'm not a dexterous creature. So that is a total of 13 piercing damage.
Right over your shoulder, Gelgath, a bolt comes flying by and goes right into the eye of the flesh golem. And it just breaks it off in its face.
Seriously, about that rope bridge, it's right over here. It looks also a little bit dangerous, so
Gelgath, you're up.
Okay. And he reluctantly runs off.
Are you going to turn and run, or are you going to take a strategic 5-foot step back and then move away?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. 5e terms, I will disengage and
Yep.
then move off.
Perfect. You can easily disengage and then move around the door. Nelwyn, what would you like to do?
I'm going to look over the edge at the knoll.
Make me a perception check really quick, Nelwyn, when you do that. A disadvantage.
15.
Oh, nice. So as you're looking at him, you see some of that phosphorescence move, and you see the gnoll's body being pulled into the darkness beneath one of the giant mushrooms.
The fungus is eating him. Interestingly enough, there in certain scholarly circles, there's some debate about whether the origin of gnolls is demonic. I tend to believe that because they're pretty fierce.
So you get a small history lesson. You're standing, you're looking over the edge. Anything else you want to do?
No, not really. I'm not very dexterous, so someone else should test the bridge first.
Perfect. The flesh golem starts to follow you guys through the door very lumberlingly and slow. Top of the pop, we are now at 16th, is the crit number. Brad Jones, what do you want to do?
I am going to proceed down the bridge.
You gonna walk across it?
That seems to be the best option right now.
Okay, as you head to the bridge, you start to walk across it, and you hear cowbell. You look down, and there's bells on the bottom of the rope.
More count.
Okay.
Currently, nothing's going on. You just hear the cowbell go off.
Okay.
The bridge is 50 feet across.
I think I'm just going to dash it.
Okay, you dash to the other side relatively easily. Give me one acrobatics check, please.
23.
Easily. Make it look easy. All right. That brings us to Crawdaddy.
Yeah, Crawdaddy is going to doff his armor again, and he'll just fly across instead of using the bridge.
So it's an action, I think, to take it off, right?
I don't know.
We'll call it an action.
Sure.
Um,
His fly speed is just his movement, so he's halfway
yeah,
across.
you rip that armor off, you fly across, land on the other side. Gelgath, You can hear the golem lumbering after you. It hasn't quite got to the doors yet.
Okay, I'll just keep on moving. Yeah, I'll go to the edge of the bridge and pick up Crawdaddy's armor. And
Nice.
that's probably about it for my movement.
Yeah, it's probably about as long as your move is. Nelwyn, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna firebolt the golem again to try to get it to slow down or maybe back up, and then I'll probably move across the bridge. But first, the firebolt. What's our crit range right now?
16.
All right, I rolled a 16. With my
Oh,
firebolt.
nice.
So, maximum damage is 10 plus my spellcasting modifier would be 5.
Now roll your damage and your spell modifier and add that to your max.
Okay, and then that's another 8. So
It kind of backs away and kind of bats at the fire. And it kind of stands back a little bit away from the doors.
okay, and then I'll use my move to move as far as I can across the bridge.
You get about halfway across the bridge. Brings us back to Brad. Brad,
Yeah. Now that I'm on the other side of the bridge, I'm going to check out the structure here and kind of examine what's around this side of the bridge.
The structure is kind of a square, roughly hewn temple. Carved into it is a massive symbol of Torog. Jutting out of the symbol is this odd red shards glowing a dull burgundy red. There's also a strange soft blue light kind of emanating from the door on the right hand side of this building, as well as out of a hole in the ceiling, which is about 20 feet up. And that's when you see it. A small cloud of small creatures come erupting out of this hole and head your way.
We've all had days like that.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Which creatures come in?
So there's a swarm of creatures. Are they small creatures, big creatures?
Small.
Like how small? Okay. All right. And how far away are they?
They're about 20 feet up.
Okay. I am going to throw a dart at one of them.
Excellent.
How many of these are there?
You see 8.
Okay. 22.
Oh, yeah.
And it is going to do 4 piercing damage.
You hit it and it kind of flutters but stays aloft. It's got this dart sticking out of it.
All right. And the door to the temple is open?
No.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm at the end of my turn, so...
Yep. Crawdaddy, what are you doing?
Crawdaddy is so the swarm is it an action to like futz with the door, or is that like a free action, like an object
That'd be
interaction?
that'd be an action. I mean, if you want to open the door,
Crawdaddy is going to stand kind of between everybody and this swarm that's approaching, hoping they'll sort of stay on, trying to gauge their path. And you will hold Word of Radiance for when the swarm gets within 5 feet of him.
excellent, perfect. Gelgath, what are you doing?
Let's see here. I'm gonna reach into that I don't know what you call it, quiver of javelins I found last time that had the symbol on it.
Yep.
And pull one of those out and throw it at these creatures.
Perfect. Make that sweet, sweet javelin throw in action.
Okay, that is total of 18.
Yeah.
And let's see here. I forgot to put down what javelins do in 5e. That was not very smart. All right, let me
look
type
real
this
quick.
up quick. All right, let's see.
They're a D6.
Okay. So that is 6 points of damage in total, because I believe you add your dexterity bonus.
You do. One of these things just gets blowed up. You shatter it, and it falls into pieces.
Did it seem to do anything odd, like the javelin from the?
No,
Straight.
but when your hand goes back to where your quiver is, there's still one more javelin in there.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Thank you.
I believe that brings us to Nelwyn.
Okay. Noah is going to finish crossing the bridge, and the swarm of things is still above us.
Are you going to double move because it's a 50-foot bridge?
But I got halfway across the bridge last turn.
I thought you got a little bit onto the bridge. Because it would have been... I'll say you can get halfway across this turn unless you double move.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just continue going across the bridge with a normal move.
Yep.
And then, at this point, am I within 15 feet of this swarm?
Yeah, we'll say yes.
Okay. So the great thing about things that are up in the air is that a cone can cover a lot more of them. So, burning hands.
Oh. Ooh. Alrighty. What'd you get? Is that dex save, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a dex saving throw for each creature.
Ugh. Well, I've rolled so well tonight. All right. 3 fails and 2 successes.
Okay, so it was I rolled 9 points of fire damage for the failed saves, and then half of that for a successful save.
The 3 you hit, they pop like popcorn. Just poof, 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 poof. The other 2, they kind of crackle, and now they're kind of glowing red, easier to see in the dark, but they're still there. And they make their move to dive down to the rope bridge that Gelgath is still on, and they begin biting the rope. So, we are going to Gelgath, you and I are going to make two opposed rolls since there's two of them. Just roll 20-sider, two 20-siders, and tell me what you get.
A 1 and a 12.
Shockingly enough, you somehow managed to be worse than my 2 and 14. The rope snaps on both ends.
Uh-oh.
The third rope is the rope you're standing on. They didn't get to that one, so you're literally standing on one rope like a tightrope walker. You need to make me a dexterity saving throw. I believe you're still raging, so...
Let's see. I get a total of 17.
You guys all look and go, and you see Gelgath just calm, standing there, in place. I'm not going to try to say the word immovable, let's say, on this rope bridge, standing there completely balanced. As these two homunculi start to flitter back up in the air, and you can tell they're getting ready to make another dive run at your rope. As that occurs, and we go to the top, the door to the temple opens. And out rush 3 mockeries of life. They look like they've been put together with pieces of bone, straw, sinew, and each have the head of a dead jackal, a skull, or a jackal, hyena. They come tromping out at Crawdaddy and Brad Jones.
All right.
They'll go first.
I think when they approach, that would cause word of radiance to go up.
It does. You're exactly right.
That's a con save 14.
Oh, that's 3 fails.
They all take 4 radiant damage.
Cool. Okay. They're still coming. So they're going to come at you guys. There's going to be... It's going to be all clubs. Odd or even, Brad Jones?
Let's go odd.
Okay, there's 2 on Crawdaddy. I swear I roll more 1s with that dice. It is insane. Crawdaddy, does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay. I hit you 1 time out of 4.
I'll take it.
For 3 points of damage.
All right, give me a dex save, DC 14.
I'll give you a dex fail.
Great. Just 1 second here. Wrath of the Storm, motherfucker. Fuck them up, Gord. That's 10 lightning damage.
It explodes in a flash of lightning. Divine lightning. It just poof.
Cool.
2 attacks on Brad Jones. That's a lot better rolls. Does a 22 and a 20 hit?
Yeah.
Nine points of damage total.
Oof.
Oh.
All right.
That is their turn. Which I believe brings us to Brad, your turn.
You said above the door there's a red crystal.
So the doors on the side, you're facing the front. It's like a big building with a smaller building stacked. Huge symbol of Torog, which has red crystals kind of periodically like placed throughout it?
All right. I am going to use acrobatics to launch myself up onto that first platform.
Yep.
And then I am going to strike one of the red crystals with my spade.
Go for it. Give me an
Okay.
acrobatics.
19.
Easy. Easy.
Easy. Almost no slander on that.
And then do I roll to hit the crystal, or is it a given since it's a
It's a
non-moving?
given. It's a
Okay.
given. Give me a second because I did not anticipate this.
The best thing.
Can I take a quick potty break then?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, sorry.
Brett Jones, roll me a D100, please.
Ooh. $100. That would be a 34.
This crystal shatters and a red dust just blows over you, permeating you. And you feel incredibly empowered by it. In terms of gameplay, your next critical hit does quad damage.
Okay.
Dang.
I am going to follow up since my monk weapon attack landed. I am going to use an unarmed strike and kick another of the crystals.
All right. Roll me another D100.
Okay. Damage. Add my note. It's going to be a 42.
Suddenly know the answer.
Same effect happens as far as you smash this crystal and red powder kind of is the only remains of it. And then the red powder starts to spin and spin and spin and starts to pull air to it, turning itself into a small cyclone. It picks you up and drops you on the top of this building. Make me a dexterity saving throw because there's a hole in the top of this building.
Okay. That would be a 20.
It drops you and then dissipates, and you land and your tiptoes on the edge of this open pit, which you look down and it's just fire. So you would have literally just fallen in the pit of fire, but yeah, you stopped yourself.
Okay. Well, that was fortunate.
Let's go then to Crawdaddy.
Oh, shit. All right, so there's like 3 gnolls, or not gnolls. Sorry, these are
Witherlings.
witherlings.
Botched witherlings.
Shitty witherlings. And there's no one else right around me. Is that right?
Not currently.
They get 2 attacks. You get 6 attacks. That's so many attacks. Yeah, fuck it. Give me that. Give me that con save of 14, or don't, even better.
Best I got was a 12.
All right. Thunderwave, motherfuckers. That's going to be 13 thunder damage.
They
And
explode.
they get-
explode.
Great. Well, their remains get pushed 10 feet away, and it's very cool.
And it's very cool. Everyone talks about cool.
Very cool. And then Crowdaddy will use his movement to go to the end of. This probably won't work. Well, no, it won't work because if they. Shit. I was like, I can get on I can hold the rope, but if they cut it from anywhere but where I am, it won't work. He will. Shit. He will fly toward Gilgath using his movement, which is 30 feet.
Perfect. Galgath, I need you to again roll against me 2 20-siders.
Wow, 16 and 18.
Nice.
These 2 little homunculi, they're still glowing hot from being hit with a flame bolt, latch their teeth and their little grubby claws onto the rope, and they start chewing on it. But this is a much thicker rope that you're standing on, so they're unable to chew through it this round. What would you like to do?
How far is it to the floor?
About 35 feet.
You know, actually,
You can get across with this movement.
okay.
You'll need an acrobatics check, but you can get across.
Yikes. Okay, I'll give it a shot.
And you all still have an inspiration as well. Remember?
Oh, okay, okay. Wow, that's a 6 in total, so I'll re-roll that.
Yep.
And now it's a 4.
You only get about halfway across. You don't fall, but you start to move and you realize that you're really shaky. So you have about half your movement. So you're a little over halfway across this rope bridge.
Okay. I'll yell out, I need healing.
Now when you're up,
Okay. I am going to firebolt one of these homunculi that's chewing on the rope.
perfect.
Um, 13.
Exactly what you needed. They were already damaged earlier, so you just blow this one up as well.
Excellent. Take that.
Do you want to move? Do you want to?
Yeah, I want to move towards the edge to sort of give the I flame bolted the one on the far end. So the one that's on the near end, maybe I can sort of like distract it from.
Tell me how you're distracting it.
I'm going up and I'm saying, you want some more of that? I got some of that for you.
Give me an intimidation roll. God damn it, warrior.
That's what Bugs Bunny would do.
That's
True.
a 3.
It just turns and looks at you like as it's got this giant rope in its mouth. And it just shakes its head and just keeps gnawing.
Who the fuck is this guy?
All right. We're back at the top, and the door swings open, and out come cultists. The door stays open this time. Brad, you're on the top of the temple. What do you want to do?
Well, I don't like it here on top of the temple. Is the structure kind of curved down to where I was before?
Yeah, it's just rounded. I mean, you can slide down really easily.
Okay.
Slide down to
I'm
about
gonna
a foot lip.
Okay. I'm gonna slide down to that lip. And then how high am I above the cultists?
10 feet.
Oh, I could do that easy. So I will drop off to attack one of the cultists from
Yep.
above.
Perfect.
17 to hit
Definitely.
for 8 points of damage.
Excellent. You like drop down and do the Liu Kang kick. Just you literally just crush this guy's chest and land on him. It's
And
a combination Liu Kang kick and coup de grace. Prince Devitt double foot stomp.
And then I follow up with a kick to the other one. And Nate, are you paying attention?
God damn it.
I hope you're paying attention. I'm just going to say with a quad damage crit, the other
So here's
one's
the thing.
gotta be dead.
Here's the thing. These are, I'm using the 4th edition minion tools. I feel bad that they're 1 hit point monsters. So I'm going to say you, in a flurry of like a spinning roundhouse kick worthy of Bruce Lee, you kill 4 of them.
Okay.
Like it literally hits it's like a foot with cleave on it. You just keep going. It's just
All right.
breaking necks and cashing checks for Brad Jones.
Brad Jones.
All right, which brings us to Crawdaddy. Crawdaddy, you're flying across. You've seen Gelgath make a little bit further across the rope.
Yeah, I'll go get him.
You gonna grab him?
Yeah.
How do you want to do it?
I'd like to sort of like swoop behind and sort of like I kind of want to do the like Titanic, the like sort of swoops behind. So he's between. You heard him say about healing, and it's like I can't heal you until I sleep for some reason, which seems stupid.
You're gonna give
always
the
brilliant, but-
reverse lift.
Yeah, like sort of like Dirty Dancing Titanic vibe.
No,
Just-
but Gelgath in a corner.
Yeah, because he's, it feels like the most like area to work with rather than kind of like I don't want to pick up my like clothes or something and
Yeah.
like drop
Make
it,
me
so.
an athletics check to do
Sure.
this.
I will. 20.
You go down and you reach out with one of your hands, I can't remember. Does your Aarakocra have separate arms, or does it have arms attached?
He has arms and wings.
Okay, you reach out a hand and you like just muscle up. Gelgath hooks with one hand. Gelgath, you are now airborne, and Crawdaddy is turned you around. You're heading back towards the temple, and there's still cultists coming out of that door. And it is Gelgath's turn.
Okay, thank you. I had the time of my life. Let's see. What do we got left?
God damn it. Take your inspiration back.
Okay. Thank you. So is it just cultists left?
It's all you see right now.
Okay.
You see a bunch of them dead underneath the deadly hands of Brad Fu.
Well, I can't let Brad Jones fight alone, so I will charge a cultist and smack them.
How about this? And you can say no. What if Crawdaddy airdrops you in?
Can I fastball special?
I was gonna say you can fastball special Gelgath.
Yeah.
Gelgath, I will give you 2 attacks,
Okay.
both at advantage.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, number 1. So let's see. That is a 17,
Yes.
and they just have 1 hit point, right? So
Yeah.
okay. So attack 2. Let's see here. That is an 18 in total.
So you decimate these 2 guys. You have them flying, and Brad Jones just kind of leans to the side to let you fastball special in there, Logan, and you just blow this spot up. You hit so hard that one of them, its 2 pieces, break through the door and land inside the temple.
Wow. I feel good about that. Okay.
Nelwyn.
All right, I am going to firebolt the remaining homunculus, who is now chewing on the rope for no purpose. Oh, that's an 18 plus 7, so 25.
So Nelwyn
And that-
starts to walk away, and then he just goes over his shoulder, just pew, and just blows this thing up.
I told you.
no
I told you I hit
survivors.
more for you.
You now stand at the opening of the temple as this acrid smoke just billows out, and you can hear chanting from within. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I'd like to go to a hospital. But gosh darn it, we have small meats. I mean, children to save.
Small meats.
Small meats.
Small.
How you want to go in this door? It'll be a one at a time door. Who's going first?
Okay. I'll go in first then. Okay.
Okay. Crawdaddy, you go in, and what you immediately find is the room height is cut down. So to move through, you're going to have to crawl.
Well, shit. All right. Call me Crawl Daddy. Do it.
And when you're crawling, you realize the ceiling is full of stalactites and they've been sharpened. So anytime you start to raise, you're getting poked. And you know that if you raise quickly, you're going to take some damage, like a dagger in the back.
Guys,
And
it sucks
when
in here.
That's when you look and you see that everyone's in here crawling.
Everyone,
and you-
like all of the party, or everyone
Cultists. And there is a halfling woman wearing a hood, and she is rapidly sewing the head of a hyena skull onto a halfling body. And you see a couple cultists, and you see a tiefling woman in the corner, like whispering to a halfling child in a cage.
Guys, it sucks in here. And then he will he'll let everybody know that you got to stay low, real low. It's bad. It's this terrible design, honestly, architecturally. He'll sort of point out where the things are. So he's like, "There's a lady over here making the things to keep trying to kill us," and then there's like another lady in the corner talking to a kid in the cage. Was it a kid? Could he see in the cage, or just talking to a kid?
You see a halfling.
Oh
Child,
shit, that's
okay.
like the one. Yeah, he'll start moving toward the cage.
Okay, you start to move towards the cage. I would like you to Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So, 25.
Oh yeah, okay. You felt this weird pull on you, like your body was tightening up, but you kind of power through.
Doing brain shit in here.
So now I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh no. Tiny crawling initiative. Polly Pocket ass initiative.
21.
15.
17.
You're good.
Friday got 17. Right, Eddie?
15.
No one got 17.
Perfect.
Nice.
11 for me.
Brad, what are you doing?
I am going to slither in. I feel like this can't be too far out of my element.
No, this actually is shockingly something you don't feel completely out of sorts with.
Seeing Crawdaddy go towards the kids.
Everybody between me. Where's Colin when you need him? Everybody
It's where the
between me.
best students go to learn. So I'm gonna head to the halfling woman who's stitching a skull onto somebody.
Okay.
How close can I get to her?
This isn't a big room. You can get to her.
Okay, and I have a
by the
reach
way, you're all
weapon.
at half movement, but even at half movement, you can get to her. It's not a big
Okay,
room.
I have a reach weapon. So I only have to get within 5 feet.
Perfect.
So I'll keep the little bit of distance, and I will attack her thusly. Uh, 18 to hit
Totally hits.
for 6 points of damage.
She stumbles backwards off this tiny little step she's on, and you can just see blood starting to come through her hood where you just whacked her.
Right on. And then in an attempt, he's going to go, stop in the name of the law. Because that's another human thing.
You hear screams in deep speech, and the only word you can make out is Torog. All the fanatics. So that
Okay.
brings us to, I believe, Crawdaddy, you're up. No, Nelwyn, I'm sorry. Nelwyn, you're up.
Okay.
My mistake.
I am going to I'm gonna flame bolt the halfling chick. Oh, that's not good. So that's 12.
12 just misses, but you do have an inspiration.
All right, I will use that.
You literally missed by 1, so.
That is a 15.
That hits.
10 points of fire damage.
Oh! She falls backwards again, and she's trying to pat all this off. Make me an Arcana check, Nelwyn. Brad Jones, make me a perception check.
That's
16.
19 on my Arcana.
You know, with your Arcana, you know that you've botched her ritual, so that thing isn't getting up. Brad Jones, you see when she turns that she's got a big lump, and at first you think she might just have like a hunchback, but you realize it's some type of large rock with similar shards that she's got chained to her back.
Okay.
And that would bring us to Crawdaddy.
Crawdaddy will sort of sidle on over toward the tiefling woman. Can he hear any of this conversation that they seem to be having?
She seems to be just constantly telling the halfling it's okay, everything's going to be okay now.
I'll be like, hello.
Make me a perception check.
Okay. 21.
This person isn't dressed like everyone else is dressed, like in cultist robes, but they are wearing a leather apron, and around their waist is just a plethora of different, what look like maybe medical tools, but maybe a lot nastier than medical tools.
Around this tiefling person?
Mm-hmm.
He'll hold for radiance, and he'll like, hello, friendly neighborhood adventuring party. Is there something we can assist you and your friend in the cage with?
Oh. She looks down. Make me an insight check.
Okay. 17.
I think you can take my friend and I out of here. The words sound very concerned. The countenance and facial expression are non-existent.
Concerned like we've been found out vibes concerned, or concerned like we're being helped by
Concerned in the, I'm not sure what this Aarakocra is going to do to me. And when I say countenance and emotional state not really showing, I mean this person looks like they don't know how to display an emotion.
Well, ma'am, we will work on that.
It's a doctor. I'm a doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Doctor, what brings you to this horrible cavern?
They look around and they wave their hand over, and you see two human-sized bodies that you can see parts off of that were definitely parts of that golem. And she says, research.
Uh,
So let's go to Gelgath as Crawdad is like, Gelgath, this is tight spaces for you. What would you like to do? There's about 5 cultists in the room. But they also are crawling.
Did the halfling with the rock on her back fall down?
No. She just kind of
Okay.
tottered around.
Do I think I could throw a javelin at her, or is it just the aim?
Yes, you could. You have
Okay.
to Bernie Kosar sidearm it, but yeah.
I think that's that looks like not the right space for me, so I'm gonna do that. Let's see. That would be a 16 in total.
That hits.
And I do 7 damage.
You spear her through the side, and the only reason it doesn't come out the other end is because it hits the rock that she's carrying. She's not looking good at all. Yeah, wow. You guys are... Apparently all I had to do was get you inside of a tiny space and you guys would go just ham on everything. The cultists are going to go, and there's going to be one on each of you. They're going to come at you with curved daggers. So, one on Nelwyn. It's going to be a miss. Jeez, Pete. 17 on Crawdaddy.
That's a thumbs up, like, yes, you hit me. I was muted.
That is a whopping 1 on Gelgath. And
also, Word of Radiance goes off.
Oh, okay. 17 on Brad Jones.
Misses.
Yep. What do I need to save with that?
14 Wisdom. Oh, no, Con. Sorry. 14 Con.
All fail.
All right. That's 3.
Crawdaddy, you take 5 damage.
I take 5 damage?
Yep, from the stab you took when I hit you.
I thought you said 1. Oh, you rolled a 1.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, all these dudes are dead.
All right.
So now Morgana will go, and she's seen quite enough of your asses. So she scoots backwards, and since no one's in physical range of her, she crawls 5 feet and then scampers up a set of stairs.
Who's Morgana?
She's the halfling.
Okay. Okay. Rock Lady.
What would you guys like to do?
Brad will pursue her since I'm the closest.
Okay. Gelgath, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I guess I will. I'll start the crawl.
Okay. So you and Brad get to the stairs and start to make your way up. Nelwyn, what are you doing?
I'm going to crawl towards the cage.
Okay. So where Crawdaddy is, you guys are both over there. Crawdaddy, Nelwyn joins you. What would you guys like to do?
This lady seems kind of messed up, but I can't tell if it's like a Stockholm Syndrome situation or like I don't know where Stockholm is, by the way, but I've heard that being said. And I don't know. Seems like she's being nice to the kid, but I think she also cut up those people. What do you think, buddy?
Nelwyn, make me a perception check first.
That's a 15.
There's blood all over this lady.
Okay.
And it is not, and it's not hers. But when she looks at you, both of you, there's just, it's like when someone is looking at a task. There's no like attachment there.
So I guess the question would be, were they dead before you cut them up?
Is that an inquiry?
Yes.
Well, you can't really learn much from the dead. Well, I mean, you can, but I find for my studies that it doesn't quite teach as much as I would like to know.
All right, this lady's fucked up. She's just really boring.
I can respect your lust for knowledge, but we need to take this child with us.
She kind of sighs and looks down and she says, "That is understandable. I have no quarrel with you, and I have." She puts her hands up. "I have no wish to be in physical conflict."
So I'm gonna see if I can open the cage.
Yeah. It doesn't take much. This. Yo, what? Make me a. Oh darn it! What's the skill? All of a sudden, I can't remember what the skills are.
Sleight of hand.
Make me a sleight of hand. Yeah.
10.
You're having a little problem with the lock, and she puts her hands over yours, and she says, "Here, let me assist," and she unlocks it for you.
Nope.
Crawdaddy is creeped out enough that
Yeah.
he has to step away. She says, "Is our interaction concluded? Because if so, I will take my leave of this area."
I think so. I think so.
She nods and she says, "It was she," and then she looks at the child and she says, "It was a pleasure," and she begins to crawl away.
That just can't be good.
The child just clings to you now, and the halfling, and they look over at the botched witherling that didn't get completed, and they just start to cry. There's a little room off to the side if you want to go into it and check it out.
Okay. Yeah.
You crawl in, and this room, comparatively speaking to everything else, is very clean. It looked like it's been washed. There are some very simple, rudimentary sets of clothing. There is a water basin that's been stained red. And there are some other tools looking very similar to the ones that the woman who just left was wearing. Hanging on two hooks in the corner are parts of halflings. At the top of the stairs, Brad and Gelgath, you see an open door emitting a very, very bright light. To your left, to your right, you can see a pile of gold and silver pieces. It looks like it's the beginning of a much larger pile. And in front of you, there's a door that's closed.
I would have been pretty hot on her heels. Can I tell which way she went?
You only see the one open door.
I will head for the open door.
You look in, and it's really bright because there's 3 sun rods in the ceiling, and in this room is just it's only about 10 by 10, but it's just packed with very meticulously grown plants and fungi.
Do I see her?
No, you do not. But this is these are plants you have not seen before.
Are there any other doors?
Not in this room. Not in this room. Gelgoth,
Okay.
Brad Jones went to the left. Do you want to go straight, or do you want to go towards the treasure on the right?
I'm going to open that. Does the closed door open inward or outward?
It opens inward. You're just going to smash it open?
I think I will open it inward, but kind of stand off to the side while I'm doing it.
Okay, you open it inward. It is a little bit sticky, but you're able to get it open. And the reason it sticks is because there's a door, or excuse me, a chair jammed in the back of it under the handle. You open the door, you see 2 bookshelves, a desk, a table, a couple more chairs. You see a very, very beaten up painting hanging off the wall, and behind it a hole about the size of a halfling.
Ah. All right, I will pull out a javelin and go look down the hole. Stab the hole first, and then
You stab the hole. It goes around a corner. You're just too big to follow. Brad Jones might be able to.
She went this way.
As soon as I hear the yell, I'm gonna book it.
You book it, and the door's open, and you can see Gelgath pointing towards this hole where this picture was covering. What do you want to do, Brad Jones?
I'm going.
You slurp right through this kind of watery, almost greased up hole. You get to the end, and there's a set of like minecart tracks, and you can still see a little bit of heat on the tracks from when the cart left.
Am I able to make... I'm going to try to make an educated decision of whether I think there's any chance that we can catch her.
Your educated idea is no.
Okay. I will head back and head to investigate the pile of treasure.
Perfect. Crawdaddy, while you were taking a moment, Nelwyn went with the halfling child that was still alive and checked the other room and parted ways with the doctor. Is there anything you'd like to do after they leave the room and the doctor is leaving the room?
I think Crawdaddy would go along with Nelwyn. It seems like it's pretty dangerous for any one of us to be alone.
Okay, as you do that, and just kind of backtracking it for a second, the doctor says, "If we have no further business."
Sorry, what did you say? It broke up a little bit.
If we have no further business, and she
No.
crawls away towards the door. When you guys walk into the room, it's very pristine for the most part. In the corner, you can stand up in this room. In the corner, hanging on 2 hooks, are parts of halflings. There are more tools similar to what she had on her belt. There is a pan for hand washing, but the water is completely stained red. And the small halfling girl cries into Nelwyn's shoulder. They both make me a perception check.
23.
14.
You hear a large noise that sounds like if someone pushed 10 pounds of wet Play-Doh off of a 5-foot shelf onto linoleum. It's a shroop type of noise, and this building shakes.
I think we got to go. Feel like going?
Yeah, I think we should go. I'll scoop as many of these tools as I can into a bag because they're well crafted.
Yes, they're very well crafted.
And then as we leave, I'll sort of pat the halfling and I'll say, so we can talk about the advantages of being an only child on our way home.
Okay. So you guys crawl over to the stairwell. As you start to go up the stairwell, you start to hear what sounds like chipping at the front of the building.
Chipping.
Does anyone want to check it out, or they want to just leave well enough alone?
I think we got the kid. Mission accomplished.
Well,
I mean,
in order to go back the way that we came, we would have to go across the rope bridge that is only now a single rope. Which
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
think any of us are really that keen on, with the exception of maybe Brad Jones, who can
Brad Jones.
somersault across it.
Brad,
I don't
one
know
thing
that I would want to make that attempt, though.
you do, Brad, and Brad knows this. There is another way out. So, so you guys do you want to check it out, or you want to leave it? You're upstairs looking at treasure, Gelgath. So this would just be Nelwyn and Crawdaddy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, you're good. You're good. I did a poor job of explaining it. What do you two want to do?
I think we follow up the stairs where the rest of them went.
Yeah, we got to let him know at the very least. So let's go.
Okay, you guys continue to hear this ominous chipping outside, and you head up the stairs. Gelgath, Brad Jones, you come across this very, very large pile of loot. It's primarily gold and silver pieces. What do you want to do?
Are there bags or anything like that we could use to carry it?
You could look.
Yep.
There's not a bags proper per se, but in Morgana's room there is like animal skins that you could use as a bag.
Not halfling skins sewn together.
How much could I reasonably put in my own backpack?
$100 pieces, we'll say.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. I need. What are you doing, Gelgath?
I'm not sure about the origin of those skins, so instead I'm gonna go. How far back would I have to go to grab like a cultist robe or something?
You'd have to go back down into the primary room.
Oh yeah, with the crawling. Can I make like a survival check to see if I can tell if they're animal skins or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Ugh. That's only a 10 in total.
It's a pretty easy check. These are definitely animal skins.
Okay. Then yeah, I will sort of gather them up. And I have like 4 mundane javelins. If I can, I will sort of like snap the ends off of javelins, gather up the skins, and sort of poke the javelin points through them to make like a makeshift bag.
That works. So Brad Jones, you reach in to grab coins.
Oh no.
Oh, guess who rolled a crit?
Uh-oh.
And the coins begin to move, and they
Yeah, but it's
swarm
crit like
over
9
you.
now.
Huh? No,
I was
no.
just
no.
joking. I was just joking.
This is going to be bad for you, Brad Jones.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
12 piercing damage as you were swarmed over by these bugs, these beetles that look like coins, but they are bugs and they are hungry.
Brad Jones.
Go, Gelgath, you walk out with your new makeshift bag and you just see these tiny golden beetles just eating Brad Jones's body. You're
Well,
still up, Brad, right? You're not down, right?
Oh no, I'm very, very down.
Oh no, not Brad Jones.
I had 2 hit points left.
Oh,
I mean, we're first level. I only
Yep.
had 11 to begin with.
Oh, I know.
I am going to grab Brad Jones, and I'm trying to think of what would the path be out of here.
Only Brad Jones knows.
Yeah, well, at least I will take Brad Jones out of the room, and just start cuffing these things off of him.
So you start cuffing them off, and they're easy to smash, but every time they do, there's a smell that is nauseating. I need you to make a con saving throw.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I'm good at that. And why did I have to say I was good at that? That's an 8 in total.
You're poisoned, and you begin to vomit.
Okay, that's bad. Why? Why?
You guys get to the top of the stairs, and you see Gelgath just horking his guts out, carrying a Brad Jones who is not moving. There's dead tiny bugs all over the ground, and you see a pile of treasure down the hallway.
Oh, the fuck, you guys. Crawdaddy,
The coins are bugs. The coins are bugs.
Crawdaddy will kind of put a finger where a bug isn't, and he'll spare the dying Brad Jones.
I'm just
All right,
I'm just saying Gelgath just smashed them all off, so he's clear of bugs right now.
He should
Also,
be okay.
Nelwyn and Crawdaddy, now make me con saving throws.
Oh, why are you like this?
Who hurt you?
It's cocked. 16.
10.
Nelwyn, you don't feel very well, and you start to throw up, which causes the little girl to start to throw up.
Oh my god, what? This was going so well.
Was
Crawdaddy,
you're okay.
he's just like
Yeah, but it's hard to watch these people horking.
That's probably not. It's like that's how I ate when I was a baby.
That's true.
So like how do we there's some weird shit happening at the front. Is there another way out of here, or
Brad Jones is stable, so at 0 hit points. Brad Jones, make me a con saving throw.
That would. I rolled a 10, but I do have 1
You
inspiration.
do have 1 inspiration. Nelwyn and Golgath, you have 1 inspiration still as well if you'd like to use it to retroactively try to take away your puking.
That would be a 22.
Brad Jones, you're at 1 hit point.
Okay.
Well, you know what? No, you're at 0 hit points, but you're awake. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
23 on the second roll.
Yeah, you're not puking
Nice.
anymore. You shake it off.
sweet?
Got exactly the same, a 10. So
Nelwyn, you're still puky. You're hurting.
The tunnel leads to another tunnel that the halfling woman used to escape through. She had like
okay.
a cart, but we could still get down there.
That sounds good. I think this place is going to fall down or something. It sounds bad.
I can't fit through the tunnel, but I don't want to make everyone else stay here. So
Oh, we're not
You're
going to
pretty-
leave
you're-
you. behind,
Yeah, you're
but-
pretty sure you can't, but it was pretty slippery inside that tunnel, Gelgath.
all right, grease me up. I'm going in.
That makes
Well,
me vomit even harder.
You guys were able to grease up Gelgath, and
Yeah.
you're all able to get through the tunnel. You come to where there's a mining cart track, and the mining cart track goes about another 100 feet before it jettisons out. You see the overturned cart and tiny footprints that lead you to a hidden door. Through that hidden door, you're able to make your way up a dirt-hewn walkway, and you come out behind some hard scrabble brush and stones, and you're back, but you're on the bank of the river. It's early evening. You can maybe make it back if you start walking now, but it's gonna be hard because Nelwyn's poisoned. Brad Jones is incapacitated. So what would you like to do?
I think we should get away from this place and then try to make camp.
Crawdaddy, what do you want to do? I think Crawdaddy might be frozen. Either that or Warrior is giving me the best stone face I've ever received in my life.
It's all stoic and stuff.
Yeah. Crawdaddy, what would you like to do? We got one for get away and make camp.
I think we should find a more secluded place to make camp. I think I'm worried if we stick around right here, cultists are going to come at us or something. But if we can get a little ways away, maybe we can get a fire, get the little one warmed up, keep ourselves safe, get back tomorrow morning.
Nelwyn, what say you?
Nelwyn is either nodding vigorously or dry heaving. You can't really tell.
It's fair. You guys make camp. I need one of you to make me a survival check, and I need someone else to make me a nature check. And it can't be Brad Jones until you have a long rest. He can use his you know what I'm trying to say. All of a sudden, words are not my forte. Second wind, not second wind. Your hit dice. Jeez, Ben, get it together.
I could make survival.
That sounds good. Nature is great for me.
Yeah, same as these. I'm bad at nature, but I'm good at survival. It's a 18 survival check.
You're able to direct everybody to skirt the King's Wall, and you find a spot that's a small depression where you feel like you have good cover. Gelgath, what did you get on your nature check?
16.
Oh, nice. You're able to cobble together enough dry kindling because it's kind of damp as it's misting, and you guys get a fire started, but at the same time use enough brush to where it's not super obvious where you are. So you rest. It's an uneventful night. And you make your way back to Rustwell Keep. So I need our campfire business. Who's rolling first and what are they rolling?
I'll take first watch.
Well, this isn't even watch. This is all
Oh,
the
the roll-y thingies. Okay.
Yep. Tell me what you're doing and what you're using. You can't use the same thing you used before.
All right. Crawdaddy will use athletics to just bushwhack the fuck out of this scrub land. You don't want no scrubs. So he's just going to clear a path through.
Excellent.
Force.
Give me that sweet, sweet roll.
16.
Easily done. You're able to cut a path, and by cutting that path, you get back to the footpath that you initially found.
Sweet.
Who's next?
I guess I'll do one. Brad Jones is going to use stealth, and he's going to 1960s, 70s style hug the wall and do the spy thing along the wall.
Nice. It's like scouting ahead with stealth. All right.
Yeah. 9.
You can't tell if it's because you're so beat up, but this seems like a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing. So, I mean, it looks cool, but everybody can see it. Who's next?
I can use perception. Still worried about holes in the
Fair.
land, swallowing my friends. Oh wow! So that's a 1. So 3 in total. I fall in the hole, I think.
You did fall in a hole. All right, that leaves Nelwyn.
I'm gonna use insight to try and get in the mind of anybody like bandits or ne'er-do-wells and try to figure out where they would try to lay an ambush so that we can avoid those areas.
Excellent. All right, make me that sweet, sweet roll.
That would be a dirty 20.
Oh, nice. You're able to at one point you guys see some rage drakes in the distance, and you're able to circumnavigate around them because of Nelwyn's skill and the amount of research you did ahead of time. So we need one more roll. I'll let you guys choose who takes that roll and what they're doing.
I could do it.
Okay, what are you going to use?
All right, Crawdaddy is as they get closer to town, and traffic might be a bit heavier. Crawdaddy is going to use persuasion to just help everyone choose the right path, to leave us the fuck alone. I'm tired. We want to get.
So persuading your group or persuading anyone you might come across?
Persuading, I think he feels confident. Persuading people they come across. Just
Perfect.
Just don't, but in a nice way, 12.
You come across right where the wall goes to the other side. You come across a wagon, and it's being protected. It's a small caravan, couple wagons. It's being protected by a group of hobgoblins on horseback. Their armor is jet black. Looks like it's been shined meticulously. The only color on it are the colors of the half masks they're all wearing in their kind of samurai-esque garb, and the fact that they all have a red handprint on the front of their armor. They take a look at all of you, and the one who appears to be in charge rides his horse up and looks you up and down and says, "Danger ahead." Well-
What kind of danger?
Well, look, by the looks of it, something bad. I mean, look at the four of you and a child.
No danger on the road that you're on. We were off in that direction.
He looks you up and down. He kind of leans in his saddle down. He says, "There would have been a time where I would have taken everything you carry. But this is not that time." He sits back and he says, "Safe journey, travelers." And he waves the caravan and the rest of his troops on past you. And they all just give you a very, very... So when he talks, he takes his little faceplate off. The rest of them have it on. And they all give you a very, very intrigued look on their face as they... Or I should say in their eyes as they trot on by. And you watch this small caravan full of goods move down the road. The rest of the trip is uneventful. And you arrive at the gates of Restwell Keep. Where Phallic, Cyrodion, and Dias see Galgeth coming. Phallic looks you up and down, Galgeth, and says, "Again, you're a glutton for punishment." And the large female Goliath, Dias, she slaps him on the back and she says, "We all are. Well played, brother." Cyrodion looks at the rest of you and says, "Surely there's a story in this. Perhaps you can tell it to me over drinks." And that's where we end our session. So I want everyone to go around the table. Tell people who you are, who you be with, where they can find you.
Again, I'm Mark Romer. Handle online is Barthir, Barthir, which I go by in most of the social media platforms and gaming platforms. And right now, I'm doing a couple streaming games here on Young World United. So,
Not this week, but next week, right? It's Love Lost Chronicles.
yes, correct.
Grilled cheese forever, baby.
Yes.
All right. I am Joel. You can find me on various social media at Finger Twitchings. And what you are going to find are a bunch of drawings and paintings that I make of, well, quite a few D&D characters, if we're being honest. You can... Thank you. You can also find me. Where can you find me? Next Tuesday, you'll be able to find me probably right here on this channel, I think, playing Drakewind Falls, which is delightful. And then I think on the, well, that one doesn't get broadcast, so never mind that one. You can also find my book, Party Starters Volume 1, which is a collection of rolled up characters complete with artwork and backstories on either the Apple Books platform or on Drive-Thru RPG.
Okay, yeah, I'm Darren Robertus. I'm not really involved in any streaming games except for this one. Yeah, I don't know, but I just started volunteering for Missing Children Minnesota, and yeah, I've been just trying to figure out how to maybe raise awareness about their services and maybe come up with some fundraising ideas and more volunteers. So
That's awesome, Darren.
that's
Very
that.
cool.
It was very cool.
Super cool. I'm Warrior. You can find me at WarriorMN on the socials and also here on Twitch. I stream most Fridays and some Thursdays. You can find me. It's so weird because usually Nate does all of this for me because we're on the same shows. But so in addition, you can also find me on Drake Windfalls this coming or
Next Tuesday.
a week from Tuesday. Along with Joel, I play a very chill Minotaur on that show. It's very nice, and everyone likes him. That's his gimmick. Also, you can find me a week from today, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Known Early Night for Down in Outlands, where I play a dead gnoll and a precocious little hippo child. He's delightful. Yeah. Elsewhere, you can find me over at the Free Forge Discord. Check out thefreeforge.net, or excuse me, thefreeforge.com for more details. There is a show premiering tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. It's called Become Legend. It is a unique system that I don't think there are any other actual plays for. I can't remember the name of the system because I'm not in the game.
Cool.
But it is based in the League of Legends universe. So if you liked Arcane, you'll like this. Come check it out tomorrow night at twitch.tv/thefreeforge.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Yep.
I'm your King Ginger. You can see me tomorrow night on Heel Turn Radio channel for Tiny Meng. I got a bunch of projects to finish on there, so you'll probably get to see a lot of finished work. You can see me Friday, Bad at Games. Last week we were bad at the Wandering Village. This week I don't know what we'll be bad at, but we will be bad at it. And then Sunday morning you'll be able to spend some time with myself and magnanimous Matt Lind as we do some prepping on Prep School. Matt's going to be prepping for his G.I. Joe game, and I am very pumped to be a real American hero.
Nice.
And then Monday, as Warrior so kindly stated, it's Down Outlands. And shit is about to get, I don't know what's going to happen. I shouldn't say that. I have no idea what we're doing. I can't remember where we ended. It's been only a month. So I'm gonna
there's like a lot of shit about to happen.
I thought there was. I thought there was like some shit going down.
Yeah.
You ended up in Storm Song.
Yeah, Monty's in Storm Song along with Victor, who's definitely sane, and Charity, and everything's fine there. And then Amulet is still fresh off the glow, being like Archon, and also is having an awkward dinner with her family and Keska that can only go well. And then Twig and Savannah are on a field trip with Felix.
Oh, that's right. Felix is going to take them to Mount Olympus. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Which, again, what could go wrong?
Who does not recognize him as one of her children.
So it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
I just need to ask Warrior to hype Down Outlands up all the time because he remembers all this stuff. Otherwise, you can come back here next month. I believe October 17th is our next Chaos Guard game for like the X-Men, an all new, all different team. More Dangerous Adventures. Hey, this time I almost killed a player. So, by the way, all of you have gained 1 pip, except for Gelgath. If you gain 3, so that means completing 3 adventures, you gain a level. Gelgath, you are 1 game away from being 2nd level, and everyone else will still be at 1st because they suck. Anyway,
wow.
See you in the Chaos Scar in 1 month. Thank you to Beard. Thank you to all the amazing players I've had, not just tonight, but last month, and then those that are already looking to play next month. And thank you, of course, to all the chat who show up, hang out, and make this a hell of a lot of fun. Until next time, or until tomorrow night, bye.